Hi, team. Mark Custodio, and welcome to the next part in our series of leadership development. During our last video, we talked about vision and purpose, what our bold statement is of what we want to accomplish, and why we want to accomplish that. Well, now as we embark on this journey, the next step is building a foundation of trust. Having an honest, open, and transparent dialogue with those you're looking to lead and those around you is critical, not only for you to have trust that they're going to be able to deliver, but they need to trust that you're going to be able to deliver on the promises that you make. So we're going to talk about some simple concepts today that you can enact every single day that'll help you build more and more trust. Because trust is a journey that takes time, but it's one that can be lost in just a simple moment. So we want to build those blocks in that foundation every day that doesn't erode our trust, but builds our trust and enables us to be able to act and have action of success around us. You know, the first part, it's really in the name of being trustful, is being truthful. You know, it's really important that what we say is what we do, that our actions match our words. Now, I'm not saying that anybody out there is openly lying or deceiving. What I'm saying, though, is sometimes our actions don't match what we say. I'm also saying that at times we may omit information. Let's be honest with ourselves. Sometimes we might not give the whole truth and nothing but the truth. We might give portions or try to shape that story in a way that enables us to get the outcome that we're looking for. I'm here to tell you that in building a foundation of trust and success, leaders shouldn't do that. Leaders need to be transparent, open, honest. The reason why is although you might in the short term gain whatever benefit you are looking for, in the long term, as those nuggets of truth start to come out, you are not building a foundation of long-term trust and success. Again, you're actually eroding that foundation. So it's important that we are open and transparent. Now that means we need to be vulnerable. And that's where trust is a two-way street. When you are opening yourself up to somebody, you're giving yourself some vulnerability there that's important. And I'll tell you, followers that you are leading respect that. They want to know that the person that's leading them is not perfect, is not without fault, is somebody that admits their mistakes, takes ownership, in fact, extreme ownership, and solves those problems together and with you, rather than placing blame, putting ownership on somebody else, saying it's their fault. This is why we could not accomplish something. At the end of the day, regardless of whose fault it may have been, the leader is the one that holds the mantle of ultimate responsibility and ultimate ownership. And at the end of the day, who does it help by placing blame? We can learn from our mistakes, but by placing blame in a way that's disingenuous, that's not designed to build capability, all it does is divide. Now, as a leader, do you want a divided team or do you want a coalition of folks that are surrounding themselves around you to help deliver on your goals? Now, how can you ensure that other folks are being vulnerable in their actions and transparent in their actions? Because I said trust is a two-way street. Well, it's the old adage, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so listen twice as much as you speak. We need to listen to what those around us are saying, not just by the words, but also use your 2 eyes to look at body language and cues. Are folks understanding the vision? Do they understand the purpose, the why? Are they bought in? Are they not? Do they have questions? Gosh, if you are not listening, you're not creating a space for folks to ask questions, and you'll never understand what their why is or why they're not doing things in the way that you want them to do it. You're then relying on the game of telephone that you told somebody something, they told somebody something else, they told somebody something else, and that your message is clear and exact. That won't happen. The only way to understand if your message is being received is by listening, repeating back, and truly understanding their goals, their needs, and helping them to achieve those actions. Let me give you a couple other nuggets. Promise made, promise delivered. Sounds simple, but when you agree to do something, whether it's by a timeline, whether it's a deliverable, whether it's a metric, you have to achieve that goal. You have to deliver upon that promise. And if you can't, you need to go back to that open, transparent communication, that taking ownership and responsibility when things don't go the way they need to. Your team will respect it, others around you will expect it, and you're going to get more and more trust built. What are some other nuggets? Well, respect is a two-way street. Everybody in the organization that supports you has a job to do. You need to respect the fact that you may not fully understand their role, their jobs, their challenges, their actions, and the only way that you're going to do that is by understanding them. Take a moment and think about 2 or 3 of the most critical organizations to your success. Whether they're in finance, whether they're in marketing, whether they're in operations, whether they're in our service delivery, whatever department, I want you to start to think about those teams. Do you know what's on their performance agreement? Do you know what their vision is for the year, what their purpose is, what they want to accomplish? Do you know their goals, or is it just a one-way street and they only understand yours? Respect is something that is earned, but you earn that through your actions. And if you are giving more respect than you expect to receive, well, I will tell you, you will get that back tenfold. And folks will say, this person's invested in my success, so I'm going to invest in their success. And in doing that and understanding what their goals are, you're continuing to build trust. By understanding what their needs are and delivering on those promises, what are you earning? You're earning trust, you're earning their respect, you're earning their admiration. You're also earning their time and their mind share. Because at the end of the day, I said in our first series, no matter how much more responsibility we get, we don't get more time in the day. So what we need to do is ensure that those that are supporting us are giving us their fair time, their effort, and their responsibility. When you build trust, it means when you dial that phone, somebody's going to pick up the call and they're going to be excited to hear from you. They're going to want to help you. When you send that email, when you send that message, they're going to respond quickly. If you're finding that people are not responding to you in a timely manner, that they're not giving you their fair time, that they're not giving you the effort that you expect, my ask is that you look internally and reflect and say, what can I do differently? Am I listening to their needs? Am I understanding what they want? Do I understand their purpose and their vision? Am I being open, honest, and transparent? Am I listening? Am I helping? It is not enough as a leader to expect to only take. We need to give, and you shall receive. This only comes through being a transparent and vulnerable leader. Again, none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes, but it's critical that we take ownership of those mistakes, we learn from them, and through our actions, we deliver a great result for those around us. You know, hopefully you're seeing that as you're embarking on this leadership journey, being a leader holds a heavy responsibility. You are responsible for those around you. And in fact, the organization that I'm talking to is a sales organization, but this relates to anybody who's leading any folks. You're responsible for their livelihood, for their personal success, for them achieving their goals as much as you're holding them responsible to help you achieve your and your organizational goals. And when you take that burden on, that burden of leadership, and you truly invest in others, not only is it extremely rewarding, but gosh, you end up receiving so much more effort, so much more feedback, and you end up feeling great about it. Most importantly, others around you feel great about being able to help you. What I actually want to leave you with is the last bullet, maybe the most important. Recognize others around you. It's not enough to point out the mistakes, to learn from them, and to provide feedback. We need to recognize all the great things that they're doing along that journey. the small and the big, in multiple different formats and forums, because not only does it make folks feel great, but it reinforces the behaviors that you are looking for as a leader. We cannot take for granted that those around us know what we expect. We need to recognize and shape so it's abundantly clear and others are excited about delivering that outcome even more often. And think about for yourself, doesn't it feel good after you worked really, really hard to receive recognition for that job well done? Well, let me take a moment and recognize each of you for completing the next step in our leadership series. My ask is that you take action with this. Pick 2 people that you want to build a better relationship with, better trust with. Be vulnerable, open yourself up to them, and start to build that foundation today. Pick up the phone and start asking them about their goals in this new year and what they're looking to accomplish, and start to put these behaviors in place. These videos are not a one and done. The reason why I'm recording them is so you can rewind, go back, fast forward, listen, clip, and comment. So you can find aspects that work for you and put them in your own ways to deliver the outcomes you're looking to accomplish in this year. Thank you so much, team. I'm so excited about what we're going to accomplish together, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.